everyone. If you ever find yourself being lost in the woods and potentially facing a dangerous adventure, Sharon is the person to have next to you. Not because she will help you safely get out of that situation, in fact, she might make it a little scarier, but because she will make it the craziest and somehow the most fun experience. For example, me calling ski patrol while the only thing she cared about was getting a crazy photo after her fall. I did take the photo though. Other than making my stress levels go through the roof with her snowboard tricks, she loves mountains, mac and cheese, and her dad's avocado toast. Sharon once told me that her goal in life is to be on the Red Bull lad. Whether that's by doing insane snowboard tricks or camping on top of a mountain covered in snow, I know she will make it seem like the most fun and easy thing to do. Because that's what Sharon does. She makes you live in the moment, no matter what tomorrow brings. So please help me welcome Sharon Abiad Morales.
Good morning, Sharon. Good morning. If there is something I regret about my experience, it is not making enough mistakes. Yes, I wish I had made more mistakes. I wish I had tried, and I wish I had failed. I wish I had failed 100 times. 1,000 if necessary. As long as I would still back up 1,001. I wish I had never been afraid, and I wish I had never given up. Afraid to be the worst athlete on the team, or the worst student in the class. I wish I had a lot of stories to tell about the mistakes that made me stronger. But instead I'm here right now, as a senior, thinking about all those scars I don't have in my skin, and all those memories I didn't live. About all the friends I didn't make and the words I didn't say. But there's nothing I can do about it. At least not anymore. I've always been afraid to try new things. What if I can do my best, and what if my best is not good enough? What are other people going to think about it, and why do I care? For half of my junior year, I barely talked to anyone because I thought my English wasn't good enough. And for most of my life, I barely talked to anyone because I was scared I would try to open myself up and the words just wouldn't come out of my mouth. So I kept silent. If I didn't say anything, I couldn't say anything wrong, right? So I thought people wouldn't have anything to say. But I was wrong, because people will always have something to say. Just let them think what they want, let them talk about you, and let them make fun of you. But don't let you say what your life pass by, because you were not brave enough to live yourself. Over the summer, I changed my mind about coming back to Hebron at least 20 times, and this is not an exaggeration. I was so close to not coming back. A decision I would forget for a long time. August 31st. I woke up with a feeling I had betrayed myself. I stared at my empty suitcase knowing all I wanted was just to grab one shot 16 there and start running to the airport. But instead, I had to stay home and try to get Hebron out of my head. I always knew, at least with deep in my heart, that coming back was what I wanted. The sense of belongingness Hebron gave me and all the amazing connections I made with some amazing people made it impossible for me to not feel the need to come back. But there was one thing holding me back. My parents told me to make this decision for myself and not for anybody else. As if I would have forgotten when my mom asked me with tears in her eyes to stay home. And my dad would find a new reason I could stay every time he saw me. Think about your family, about all the experiences you've with us. My dad said, I want you to be happy, but why can't you be happy at home? With us, my mom said. The guilt of leaving my family was all over my head because I knew leaving was not the best for them. And definitely not what either of them wanted. So I took what it was supposed to be a final decision to not come back. But it wasn't just all because of them. I was scared. Even more than the first time when I didn't know anyone or anything about this place. This time, I've never been more afraid for to make the wrong decision. I thought about all those moments of pure loneliness last year, when I set my own dorm room at the limit and I wouldn't go out if I didn't need to. When I was scared to go to an dining hall because I thought I didn't belong in a table, using my English as an excuse. But forgetting that this time I was a different person. That I had finally learned to go outside and live this life as if it was my only one. Because it is. I knew that if I came back, I was going to get closer to my friends from last year and also make some new ones. I knew that this year was not amazing, just as it has been. But I also knew, and I know, and as on this May 23rd, all these amazing friends are going to become just people I once met. And all these amazing moments will be nothing but memories. And I know it's gonna hurt. But how grateful I will be to be able to say that my heart is full of nostalgia instead of regret. Birds don't learn how to fly until you leave their nest. If you don't ever leave your room because what other people think about you is so important for you like it used to be for me, you're never gonna fly. So just get out of your room and go after the things that make you scared. If it's public speaking, give your last word where you're scared. If you're scared to get hurt, but snowboarding is what you like the most. Get into a chairlift and ride a difficult jump. Yes, you could sprain your ankle, but you could also land your face softly. You never know. I sprained my ankle, by the way. Or if you're somebody crazy for nature, just like me, and if you're eating a last minute meat sandwich on top of a huge mountainous hike, or if sleeping under the stars in the freezing cold in the middle of nowhere gives meaning to your life, really in Mexico City, run away. There's always a flight back home. Be as scared as you want and let your family and friends kill you how you kill it. But just do it, and do it for yourself. Even if it's not easy, it's probably not going to be. I wish I could say that I have learned my lesson and I'm not somebody who gives up anymore. But I cannot say that. I still give up and I wish I could face the fear that I have. Sometimes I don't even try. At least I'm proud to say that if my 7-year-old self saw me today, she wouldn't even recognize me. But to be honest, sometimes I don't even recognize myself. A few hours after writing some part of this task work, when I mentioned I wouldn't give up again, I gave up and I stopped doing something just because I was afraid of my mistake. At least it made me realize sometimes it's okay to give up on those things that won't ever have a place in your heart, no matter how you try. As long as you never give up on following your heart. I want to make enough of this life so one day I'm no longer scared of death. If I'm ever facing death sooner than expected, I want to be able to go knowing that I have tried my best. I want to be able to say that no matter how scared I was, I never give up on exploring this world. I want to be able to say that I saw every corner of this world that I could have seen, and I hope I won't even be able to mention every mountain that I hiked, because it will be too many. I hope at the day I die, I can finally say that I didn't care about what anybody thought of me, or at least that it didn't stop me. Don't be afraid of what I've been afraid my whole life. You're not making mistakes, you're not a failure, you're not a disappointment. You're just living. Thank you, Sharon.